Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeon. Last time... We don't talk about last time. But this time, I think it's about time we did a little build focusing on one of the new E.G.Os, that being Meursault's Capote. Now, I'm pulling this one up before we actually started this, because there's quite a bit to this. You see, this is a burn and tremor hybrid E.G.O. It inflicts burn, increases tremor by target's burn count, inflicts burn on enemies, and bursts tremor, and if the burst tremor staggers, inflicts burn on more enemies. And also, he just gains haste, wrath power up, and blunt power up next turn. And another really cool thing, this passive. Start of the combat page, if targeted by 2 or more skills, this unit's skills have +1 base power when hit inflict 1 burn on the attacker, which already synergizes with Limbus Meursault pretty well since he inflicts burn when he gets attacked with his passive. So we're going to see if we can try and kind of build around this a little bit by trying to take a mixture of people with burn stuff and with tremor stuff. What do we take here? I think we take this, because deal more damage to staggered, kind of synergize as well. So we're going to take Meursault. We're definitely going to take Ishmael for the tremor. And as far as one of these two for the burn, probably. We do not want Grip Sinclair to be our burn person, because he kind of kills more than he inflicts burn. Now, Gregor inflicts a lot of burn, and Honglu inflicts burn count. So I think we're going to start with Honglu. Ideally, somewhere along the line, we'll manage to get both Gregor and Rodion, so we can get even more burn and even more tremor. But we will see. Only thing with this team is that it might be a little hard to build up the Wrath, because these guys both have tertiary Wrath skills. So maybe we should take Gregor to start. Maybe. It's a little... I think it's too late to change my actions, though. Yeah. That's fine then. This should work. And we'll see if we can manage to get some good usage out of Capote. So once again, it is pretty cool. Yeah, we've also only got 2 sloth. Yeah, we definitely need to focus on getting Gregor, just so we can make sure we have everything to be able to actually use it. And then for our final person, we'll try and get Rodion, or if not, just someone with decent tremor. If we're desperate, we could just try taking Sinclair. The issue with taking Sinclair is the fact that, I mean, he doesn't even have any sloth, which we also kind of need. See, like, this should work. Yeah, if we can get something to get more ego resources, of course, that would be greatly appreciated here. Something like Coffee and Cranes would work pretty well. We're going to have a lot of lust on this team, thanks to having burn people. I know all the burn people do have lust in at least some form. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, I feel like we haven't gotten too much, like... I feel like they're starting to bring some sort of, kind of hybrid units and E.G.Os into the game. Like, it's been out for a little bit now, so we've got a lot for, each of the different status effects, but, these new identities are, kind of, hybrids of Charge and, Tremor, and this new E.G.O is, a Burn and, Tremor hybrid. Now, not to say that's, we haven't had any hybrid stuff. You could say there's, quite a bit of, the Warp stuff, you could say, is kind of, Charge Rupture hybrid, but I feel like that didn't lean into the Rupture quite as much. I feel like these... I guess then again, the new units don't necessarily lean into the charge that much, especially the Meursault. Rose Banner Meursault doesn't use the charge very much, but the Rodion does. The Rodion's charge is pretty important, and so is the Tremor. Of course, we'll start with Meursault. We gotta get him to level up first, so we can actually get his ego. And I do have his ego at max thread spin, so it's all ready already. If you'll pardon my rhymes. Okay, you have 100 seconds. Thank you, Karen. Will do. Okay. Oh, nice. That just staggered. We've got another attack coming for him, so he might just die? Yes. This one's not dying, though, yeah. Didn't think so. But now he dies. Of course, as always, blunt resistant people. Kind of annoying when you're going for a blunt build, because both burn is very blunt heavy, and tremor is also blunt heavy. Like, of the 4 burn identities, there's only a single non-blunt attack on any of them, and that's Meursault's tertiary. Limbus Company's tertiary. I think a lot of the burn E.G.Os are like slash, because it's a lot of 4th match flames. But the identities themselves aren't. It is so sad that you can't take Pursuance. You have to replace it with Capote, because I do really like Pursuance. Still one of my favorite designs in the game so far. We'll give you the level up next. Grab your Roseate Desire. If I actually had Ishmael's Capote, that's where we would have gotten it. But that's fine. That'll get its own... I don't know if it will. That one's... I've looked at it. It's not as interesting. It is a Teth, so that makes sense. But it's just kind of... It buffs the entire team's Wrath damage next turn. By 10... So everyone will deal 10% more damage with Wrath attacks. That's cool, I guess. Issue is, inflicts some burn. It isn't tremor related at all, though. Which is a shame, since she does have a very good tremor identity. And I always say this is a really good tremor identity when literally this is her only like way of inflicting tremor. And her passive does too. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good passive. Issue is, you need Gluttony Resonance, and most of the tremor units don't have Gluttony, or at least the Rose Spanners don't have any Gluttony. So if you want to actually like get that triggered for LCCB Ishmael, you pretty much have to pair her with, I guess, Dawn and Corp Dawn. I think that's the only tremor unit that's got decent Gluttony. I'm not so sure. I don't remember. Does Zvi Sinclair might have some Gluttony, but who uses Zvi Sinclair? Probably the worst tremor identity in the game, barring base Meursault, but Meursault's got a better one. Like, I think... Like, personally, I take base Heathcliff over Zvi Sinclair most of the time, just because he seems more competent most of the time. Ooh, burn stuff. If all enemies have burn, inflict more burn. Nice. And here is the boss. Oh. And it's this guy. I'm still not fully sure what the deal is with Ting Tang Gang, mainly because of the fact that the actual Ting Tang, like, boss Hong Lu just has a completely different shirt on. His is blue instead of green. So it's like a completely different outfit. I think it's closer to what, like, is it what Rodion wears in the cutscene? Is she the one that's got, like, the blue, like, Hawaiian shirt? Maybe. It's hard to say. Oh, nice. This guy's got a little bit of tremor. We don't have a way to burst tremor. Unfortunate. We definitely do need to get people for that then. Currently our only way of bursting tremor is through, well, other than Ego, it's just Ishmael's tertiary. Nice. Ting Ting boss is funny because most of his passives are just like when everyone dies, he just loses a bunch of sanity. Oh, here's a tremor burst. Not really the best time for it. I do remember how like confusing tremor seemed at first. Because the thing is, like, before you have like any of your, like, literally the only unit, I'm pretty sure all of like the 4 tremor units on release, they had tremor bursts on tertiaries. Because it was base Meursault who has it on his tertiary. He might have it on his secondary, actually. I don't know. I don't think he used it. But, like, base Heathcliff, it's a tertiary. Base Ishmael, it's a tertiary. Or not base Ishmael. LCCB Ishmael, it's tertiary. Zvi Sinclair, it's tertiary. Oh, that's more burn. Wrath Resonance inflicts burn to all enemies. Issue is we'd need to use Wrath Resonance. And we do not have enough Wrath to get that to trigger too often. Yep, Liu Gregor. We'll take Legerdemain, though, I think. Yeah, because we're going to have some Gluttony, I think. Might as well. It'll work better just because so we aren't using our precious resources that we're supposed to be saving for Capote on them suddenly one day. I mean, the issue is the one that it only needs one of is Lust, which is the one we have in abundance. Yeah. Really showing it off there. And we can get some Sloth, though. That's good. Might be able to probably be able to use it Capote like the third turn at this rate. We just need to be able to use one Wrath next turn and we should be good. Nice. Everyone had burn, but because everyone didn't have burn count, it didn't trigger it right. That's the issue. It'll work well on like single target fights. I didn't choose any of the Wraths out of instinct. I just realized that as soon as I let go. Well. And he dies anyways. That's a little sad. Almost was able to use it there. If we get like a Wrath and a Sloth next fight, we should be able to use it. I think otherwise we'll have enough stuff. We'll see. Need to be a bit smarter about that stuff though. Sure, you can get a level. Grab the lantern. Do I take the level up or do I take the person? I think I take the person, honestly. This is going to be the last level up space. We're not going to get one on the 3rd floor, but I think that's fine. I kind of want to go for the person anyways. I'll decide after this fight, though. Okay, let's see. We can definitely use the stuff we need here. Yeah, we'll be able to use Capote second turn. These guys are these the guys that are weak to blunt? Yes, they are. So Capote is going to do a lot here. And that one burns to death. Yep. Issue is, will he even be able to use Capote? If I do this, will it work how I want it to? I think so. Yeah, suppress kills that guy, and then we'll use Capote on the guy who's near full HP. Oh, that's fine. And here we go. Raw. Background's pretty cool too. Very Greek suffering. And nice. Very clean one. We did get the Tremor Burst. Of course, it is a Tremor Burst that reduces Tremor count, so gotta be careful about it. Okay, grab your Rosette Desire. Yeah, we'll take the recruit space. We need Rodion, ideally. Because none of the other Tremor units are too great at inflicting Tremor count. Although Rodion does have a tendency to burst them before you can actually get too much usage out of it. So I don't know. There we go. That'll work. Maybe having more Tremor Burst is like a good idea though. Oh. Because we leveled up Honglu, he was slightly above his stagger threshold instead of being slightly under it, which he was at the end of the previous fight. So we just got staggered after a little flick. Do they all die? I think they all die here. Yeah. Unfortunate. But we've got enough stuff for Capote once again. So we're getting a lot of burn on these guys, so that's good at least. Not getting a lot of Tremor though, but that's because we do have 3 burn units and 1 Tremor unit. And sure, you should take it. Art of Blossoms. Is this a burst? No, it just raises. It just increases the stagger threshold by 40% of damage dealt. So it's kind of like vaguely similar. And it's 60% of damage dealt with the corrosion. Oh yeah, and if on hit, target had burn, inflict burn to random enemies. Issue is it takes a lot of wrath and lust, more than we'll probably be able to use. Or be able to gain. Okay, mirrors. Give us... There we go. Perfect. We've got pretty much the dream team now. Rhyme Shank, this is also a burst. Yeah, on heads burst. I should see if I can get a benefit from uptying that one or thread spinning it. If I can make it so it's guaranteed instead of just being like a chance on just being on heads burst, that could be good. Because whenever you get an on-heads burst, that means you've got like a 75% chance to burst, even at max sanity. Because it'll cost like 20 sanity to use the E.G.O in the first place. Which is a little unfortunate. We are not going to have enough sloth next turn. That's also rather unfortunate. Oh, that one-sided attack was not... Oh god, she's almost dead already. Are you... okay. They're not going for her though, so she should still end up being fine in the end. I'm gonna get a Wrath Resonance off. This one going for Meursault. Meursault can take it. Okay. Oh yeah, this kills that one. Oh. That one's dead. And this one's dead, yep. A lot of burn. So just 2 left now. Ishmael is very low. I'll just have her defend. No need to go for anything else. Okay. From the Blaze Fist. This is a stupid amount of burn count, isn't it? It doesn't matter though. It might be his secondary that I'm thinking of actually. The one that inflicts burn count based on his own sanity, and it's like 3 or 4 at max sanity. Because that's a good one, that's for sure. Okay, you can get the level up. We'll grab your 4th match flame. This is the one that if you kill someone with like a Wrath, you get healing. Kill someone with burn, heal HP by Wrath, absolute resonance %. That's a bad passive, that's for sure. We should have taken the healing. Oh, we should not have taken the healing. This is really good. Avert our eyes. Grab the thing. Meursault, you got this? He sure does have this, as expected. And yeah, if we kill with the Wrath, we'll just gain a bunch of really nice resources now. Which is good, because we've got a bunch of Wrath tertiaries. Which means, and they're pretty likely to kill most of the time. Okay, this guy. Oh, this is good. Can we get burn count? We can get burn count on him. Excellent, excellent. Ooh, this is going to be a really good... No, it's not going to be because his arm's going to break. Okay, then. Fine, then. Use the lame attacks this turn. But if we want to go for some fancy, like, combo, we got to give it a turn. Yeah, suppress is gonna do enough. It inflicts the fragile. That's the thing about it. That's kind of insane. And yeah, that arm's dead. So now, I think we can do a little gaming. Will he die before we get this? No, we can't! No, because I didn't use the sloth. No. It all fell apart just like that. I was gonna do some like really fancy, like sick combo on him. But I forgot I needed to use the sloth, and now I can't, and now we're not going to be able to use Capote here. Because this guy's not surviving this turn. Yeah, Perfected Palm Strike does, like, far too much damage, though. I really should have just used it first turn. Oh well. Plans fail. I'll be able to do some fancy combo at the final boss, probably. Probably. Hopefully. Coin. Should we take the coin? Meursault's not gonna get high enough speed. Might as well take it, though. And we'll take... Do you have a good support passive? Is it, or is it a Fanatic one? It might be a Fanatic one. Fanatic ally with the least HP deals 10% more damage. So that's worthless for us. I don't know. What are your other passives? Anything good? When I have the most SP deals more pierce damage, And high speed deals more slash damage, And is this the one that gives charge? Highest speed gains final power for their first skill. We'll take that because it's the best one. I guess no. There's a decent chance Ishmael dies. We need the backup unit. Just so we'll always be able to have some tremor, even if things go horribly wrong, which they are likely to. Oh, to the top path, probably. Probably. We need the healing. And if we go this way, we should probably be able to keep Ishmael out of too much danger, because we'll be able to choose who she clashes with. Okay. Single dog. That's fine. No sloth. Alright. If we get a kill with Perfected Death Fist on this guy, that'll be good enough, though. Ooh, you gotta deal with the dog, don't you? A lot's happening here, and there's very little we can clash against, which is unfortunate. Yeah, you physically just can't clash with anyone, can you? Let's see. How well would this go? I think fine. I don't think you'll die. You'll have to take that hit, and you can clash with that. You're just gonna rev up against one of these guys, I think. Yeah, just rev up against the dog so you can get the charge up. So you can just inflict a bunch of tremor, hopefully. Nice. Now, we're still gonna get Sloth here, I believe. Because if Meursault kills with a Wrath skill, he'll trigger Pervasion. And, he should get Sloth resource from that because he's got a Sloth skill. Yeah, there we go. Should have triggered. If I'm understanding it correctly, which I think I am. I know what all the ego gifts do by now, I'd hope. Nice. He's gonna Frenzy, that's fine. We sure did get the Sloth. Excellent, excellent. Okay, you can't, come on, you know you can't clash, though. Okay, just you deal with that guy, then, if you're gonna be like that. Ishmael needs to not die. She probably won't die. This is gonna do a lot, yeah. If we do actually get to the point of him... Oh, this is gonna be even more tremor. He's gonna die from it, though. Yeah, unfortunate. He would have had his 4 tremor count. And Capote, this guy's weak to Blunt and Wrath. So, just kind of bullfighting the wheel, as you do. And nice. Overkill, but overkill with style. Inflict a bunch of burn on that guy. Victory. Yeah, I keep on forgetting. If we ever need charge for Rodion, whenever she guards, she just gains charge. I feel like I haven't been using that, like, at all. Even though it's a really nice thing to be able to do. Okay, healing for Ishmael. It won't be much, but it'll be a decent bit. Should keep her alive. Oh, this guy. Pet the Fox. We'll see you again soon, I'm sure. Meursault, you got this? Yeah. Oh, he barely got that. Oh yeah, because he doesn't even have full sanity, so that was a little risky. Oh well. Okay, more of these guys. And then probably just like something like this. Rev up might not go well. That's fine though. We want the charge so she can use her powerful stuff. She lost the first coin, so she's not going to gain the charge. That's unfortunate. And she can rev up again though, and this time it's a one-side attack, so she's going to get her charge. It's really nice having a unit like, because it's kind of similar to what they were going with Rabbit Heathcliff, but like a lot more impactful. Because Rabbit Heathcliff, it's just you still need to trigger his like wrath thing in order to get any of benefit from it. And even then, it's very minor compared to the absolute strength of Rodion's secondary. Okay, no, let me just, do that, yeah. Oh, one-sided attack it, nice. You may not escape. Because this is killing with a Wrath, it does mean we're gonna get, like, 1 Sloth back from this. Although it won't mean anything. Yeah, because it'll be halved down to 0. Still silly, still silly. And everyone's level 20 now, that's good. Everyone's got all their E.G.Os. In case we ever need a lot of them, I guess. Definitely does feel like whenever they do add like Vav and Aleph E.G.Os, like surely they're gonna have to that's only 2 charge. Yeah, that's awful then. What was I say? Oh yeah, surely they're also gonna have to like increase the amount of like stuff you get. I'd assume so, because it's already hard to like reasonably use some like the heat, like especially like Ebony Queen, like Ebony Stem for Otis. That's like impossible to use with any like frequency, just because it uses so much, and that's only a he. I don't know how they'd go about doing it though. It's hard to say. I don't know, maybe they just won't make Vav and Aleph's cost that much more. I hope they do though. Okay, nice. You can rev up so you can actually gain your charge now. I really expected... I don't think I realized it was only 2 charge. That's awful, actually. I thought it was going to be like 3 or 4. It's literally only worthwhile if you can use like at least twice at once, and that's only if you need like barely any charge. Nice. Okay, we still need the sloth. Let's do like something like this, just to make sure we get this sloth attack off. Ooh. Not everyone's dead here. That's fine, because we can finish him off with a sloth attack. Yeah. Nice. That's a victory. Okay, one more fight, then a... was it a heal tile, then the boss? Okay, Meursault, you get the level up. You're the star of the show. You're the one that sets the bar. Okay, so this is the fight where we're just gonna try and save up resources a little bit. Yeah, we've got enough to use Capote immediately, but we want to build up the sloth, because that's just consistently the issue. I think it would be no matter what, because of the fact we're trying to get like tremor stuff. There's not really a way to have like all the resources we want while still having a good amount of tremor. And if we go like all into the burn, then the ego's not gonna be quite as good. Oh, this is nice. Something like this should work. Okay, nice. Killing with sloth means we get more sloth as well. Thanks to how they, thanks to how perversion works. If we kill with something that isn't wrath, we just gain an extra 1 of that sin. But when we kill with wrath, we just gain 1 of every single one of the 3 sins that sinner has. Oh, if we can kill with 2 wrath here, that's very nice. And we did. So yeah, there's a bunch of resources. Hopefully it still triggers in that situation. It's at the start of the next turn, so if you end the turn when perversion would trigger the next turn, it might just not give it to you. I don't know. We'll bring you to 30 for the choke. And we'll get healing, so Ishmael's a little bit more alive. That's good. And we should be ready for the boss. Let's see if it's someone who we can get some good tremor shenanigans off. I don't really know who would be a good target for tremor shenanigans. It's kind of too easy to stagger most of the bosses. Oh, one of these two. This, okay. So we just kind of go all in on the roots, maybe? Maybe not like all in quite yet. But like, do like this on the roots? Oh yeah, that'll go well. And do we don't have anything good for tremor right now. Who's going for that? You? Can you deal with that? You can deal with that. And then rush down the fruit, take that down. Rev up for the charge. Enough glowing flame on that thing, just a little bit of burn. We'll have a lot of burn count on the roots itself, so it will be nice and burnt. Okay, we didn't. It would be a little sad if we staggered it already, although it was kind of close. Okay, now hit the roots. Did the roots get staggered? The roots did get staggered. Okay, all right. There goes like the crux of my idea. Okay, let's go for like this then. See how well this goes. Okay. Suppress once again, just inflicting more vulnerable on this stem part. Didn't even get a chance to though, because it broke. And then this is gonna do a lot. Yes, she's got like 16 burn, so she's gonna get 16 tremor, I think, if I'm understanding this correctly. But then it'll get bursted. Oh, he used it again because of the coin. The coin. I forgot about that. He literally just didn't use any one coin attacks until now. Yeah. Okay, that was a pretty stylish finish with Capote. You love to see it, actually, well, using an E.G.O when I'm trying to do a focus video on it. Oh. Fond of the, I can imagine. Yeah, you did a lot by pretty notable margin. Gregor being second, despite being the person we took, like, being not there from the beginning, that's a little silly. But it makes sense. We kind of did focus on Meursault, and Leo Meursault's not bad. It might, I don't know if either that or Rose Banner's his best identity. Funny how his 3 stars are his weakest identities, but you know, it happens. Oh, and we can get a level now. Oh, nice. Bunch of lunacy. That'll be nice for the banner next week, and I'll be able to get Capote by the end of the week, I think. Especially because I'm gonna get a guaranteed 1 level each. I get a guaranteed like 1.7 levels each day, just because you get each daily is enough for a full level, and each mirror dungeon run is 7 battle pass experience. So no matter what, I will have it by the end of the week, and I'll probably grind it a little bit, because I do love my grinding. But here's time for the daily extractions. Running low on paid lunacy again. That's fine. Because luckily I can still just get the monthly extraction pack. I'll probably need it if I want to get some of these 3 stars, especially because by the way things are looking, we're probably going to get a banner. We're probably going to get a 3rd 3-star like banner the week of the 3rd part of Canto 4. And I got a lot of ideality here. It's nice to have a lot of ideality, because the thing is, it'll just be converted to thread at the end. So it'll just be like a little extra thread. And yeah, there's Faust. Looking good. I think I'm doing like stupidly well for... Yeah, I'm doing really well for Heathcliff shards already. So I think I might honestly just straight up purchase the Heathcliff identity instead of bothering with it, like at all. So I can save up lunacy for whatever happens the week after. But yeah, I think that'll be all for this time. This is Bronze Bowl. Pretty cool. I call it Bronze Bowl because the game is so inconsistent. Sometimes it's Brazen Bowl, sometimes it's Brass Bowl, sometimes it's Bronze Bowl. Who knows? I think it might just be a case of like the localization needs to be like fixed for part of it, because that's how it was for like Hurdley. The fact it called like this the Abno. You want to be beat Hurdley when... That's what they called the attack when that was the Abno. But yeah, you get what I mean. But yeah, that'll be all for this episode. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.